sure to read them throughout the show. Back to you, Sister Macy.
Welcome back to another episode of Explore Mountain State.
That's it for the weather
And
updates.
moving on to our district news update.
Only here
on INCRadio Mountain States.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of our listeners and viewers worldwide. Welcome to another episode of INC Radio Mountain States. You're tuning in here live with us on this rainy, very rainy Saturday afternoon here in Las Vegas. It is, what time is it now? 4:03 p.m. Pacific, 5:03 p.m. Mountain Time, and of course over there in the Philippines, it's 7:03 in the morning. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat dyan. And today we are going to be broadcasting live again from Las Vegas, Nevada, where you're joined in with our crew that are literally spread out in the district. This afternoon we have Kuya Ron and Ate Roxanne over there in Arizona, and we have Sister Princess and Ate Mylene over here on the Las Vegas side. Say hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody from
There
Phoenix.
they are. The beautiful faces that you see every weekend. We all have them here. And of course, this is a continuation of our part 3 series talking all about that magical gesture. It's my favorite of all. It's smile, right? Smile, how smile can lead to making friends, how smile can lead to like making a difference in other people's lives, both personally and professionally in your work, and of course also in our duties inside the Church of Christ. So we're going to continue that discussion, and then of course we're going to be preparing for the part 3 of this topic, the finale, that will be also broadcasted pretty soon on INC Radio Mountain States. All right, before we continue with our topic this afternoon, we would just like to, of course, acknowledge the winners of our hashtag challenge here in our district. So let's go ahead and play the winners for this afternoon. Kuya Tech, top 5 most active on our YouTube live chat. Number 5, South Las Vegas. Congratulations. Number 4, Salt Lake City, Utah. Woohoo! Number 3, we have Henderson, Nevada. Number 2, we have Denver, Colorado. And number 1, we have West Las Vegas, Nevada. They're still unbeatable. So, brethren, maybe we should, our next challenge, thank you, Kuya Tech. Our next challenge should be who's going to beat West Las Vegas, right? Maybe that should be the next challenge soon. But West Las Vegas, we really appreciate you. Thank you for always being the biggest cheerleaders for INC Radio Mountain States. For all of those who are viewing right now, who haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell so you know our show that are upcoming every week. And then don't forget to like this show, to view it, of course, all the way to the very end, and to share it with your friends and family. And with that, I would like to pass this on to our wonderful team on our broadcast today for What's Up Mountain States.
What's up, Mountain States?
All right, and we are now in the district activities that we had this past week. And for that, let's have our CFO in action. Good tech.
CFO in action.
All right, it is an amazing week for the District of Mountain States. We will start with an activity held at by the local congregation of West Las Vegas. It is called the INC Giving Singing for a Cause. So the local congregation of West Las Vegas gathered. They recently organized an INC Giving Singing for a Cause event at an assisted living rehabilitation center. This event aimed to spread joy and companionship to the elderly residents through music and thoughtful gestures. They prepared, gift baskets, performances from different Christian family organizations, giving smiles to our elderly there. And so, congratulations, West Las Vegas. This is an amazing event. And then coming up next, we have the 5th-year anniversary of North Las Vegas. Happy anniversary, North Las Vegas. We missed this, but it was an amazing event. Everyone is wearing their best gowns. It's like a ball even. Look at those amazing smile, amazing food. Congratulations, brother Ronnie Gonzalez and all the brethren in North Las Vegas. You can see, even our brethren from different local congregation here in the Nevada region were there to support this activity. So congratulations po, and again, happy 5th anniversary po, North Las Vegas. Many more years to come. There you go. Look at them. Such a beautiful and glamorous event. There you go. All the smiles. And finally, our last activity was held at Colorado Springs in celebration of their 50th year of anniversary celebration. Wow, half a century of commitment, love, and shared experiences of our brethren there in Colorado Springs, signifying the unity, dedication, and love for the church. We are seeing performances and the unity of the brethren there. Congratulations po to the local congregation of Colorado Springs. There you go. And in Colorado. There you go. Who are do you know these performers? These are was and over there.
They're all from Colorado Springs.
Yeah. There you go. Happy 50th anniversary, Colorado Springs. such a fancy event too. And with that being said, let me turn the floor back to Ate Macy for our topic discussion.
Thank you, Ate Mylene. And I also would like to greet the local congregation of North Las Vegas for their 5th-year anniversary. All right. And I'm hearing some background noise, and there you go. All right. Thank you so much for that, brothers and sisters. And like I said, this is a continuation of our wonderful topic from last week, which is smile, say hi, and make friends. So this is going to be part 2. Last week we discussed about how we can make friends, by just a simple gesture of maybe smiling and saying hi. We're going to dig deeper into that today, brothers and sisters, and how that can be applicable into maybe our professional lives, our duties inside the Church of Christ, and on a higher level of making a difference in people's lives today too. So for our
Ate, just speaking of saying hello, I do want to give some shout outs in the comment section.
Mhm.
We have plenty of brethren who are saying their hellos to all of our team members and to the viewers here on INCRadio Mountain States. So I can give a few shout outs. I just wanted to say hello to our Christian Rhoda. They said, hello, INCRadio Mountain States Satellite Studio. Happy watching to everyone on INCRadio. They were our first commenter of today. And then we want to give a shout out to Ka Shannon, Ka Ave, Ka Gary Ilagan po, Ka Rod, and Ka Len Barandino. They're all from West Las Vegas. So shout out to West Las Vegas. And then Ka Roy says, hello, happy Saturday to all the brethren here from Las Vegas, Area 4. And I know that he is on the hunt to make sure that Las Vegas makes it to the top. So we'll see who really wins today. Ka Justin Ramos gives us greeting. Hello, brethren. Good afternoon from Gilbert. Hi, Ka Justin. And then we also have let's see, Kamelka Nukampo. She says hello to the brethren. She says hello to our Christian Rhoda. Thanks for tuning in. She says hello to Kateng. And then we have more comments from Kalisa. She's supporting us by saying hello, everyone from Tempe, hashtag MTS Rock Solid. We also have greetings from Sister Jazz Bayabo from Blue Diamond and Sister Vanessa Gilo from North Las Vegas. She says, happy blessed Saturday po. Kalilani Relasiva says hello. And then who else do we have? We have a lot of brethren out there. We also have Sister Shaina from West Las Vegas. Carlitos from Las Vegas says hello. Kalina says hello to Sister Melka. We have Jane Michelle She says, hello, everyone. Sister Michelle Baralea and Brother Ace from West Las Vegas give their greetings. Again, a lot of West Las Vegas. We also have Kashe Chavez saying happy 5th to our North Las Vegas congregation. We have Kazenaida. She says, hello po, Mommy Mylene and Sister Melka Newcomb. And then Liana Antenor says, hello po, or hi po, ka Melcom. Ka Ruby said hi po from Los Angeles, #Henderson. So a lot of brethren who are tuning in today, giving their greetings, and already doing one of the parts of our topic. So saying hello or saying hi, and then we can't see their smiles right now, but I can see their emojis out there.
Yes, thank you so much, Ate Princess, and thank you to all of our team live chat that's joining us live today and engaging in this topic of ours. I know last week we even asked them to, make the simple thing of maybe making friends of the people that are in team live chat. Please continue doing that. This is a great opportunity to be able to meet brethren from the other local congregations too, and maybe develop a friendship with them. But back to our topic, brothers and sisters, we have our wonderful crew here, the INC Radio Mountain States crew, that will be joining me in this discussion. And of course, we look to our team live chat for the different answers here too. But we mainly want to find out, in your way of like making friends, have you always been the initiator, the mover? Like, how comfortable are you in like maybe meeting a stranger and giving your smile and saying hi? Let's ask. I know Ate Roxanne is here, but Ate Roxanne, we'd love to hear from you right now. I know you moved from the Philippines to the United States, and then just tell us a little bit. Was there a story that you can share with us wherein you were able to make friends, but you were the one who initiated it by just a simple smile, or maybe just a simple hi and how are you?
Hello, Ate. I'm so sorry
Hi,
for my
Ate.
voice. Yeah,
Oh,
can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me, Ate?
yes, we can hear you. We can hear you perfectly well,
Yeah,
Ate Roxanne.
yeah. Actually, Ate, I don't know. It's just that I'm always smiling because I feel like it's one way of me like attracting people that it's okay to like approach me. So I have that smiling because like and it makes people feel comfortable if you're always mad. I believe that's one important thing. And also like what's this, like I always try to like be friendly and because it's one way of you attracting friends too. So yeah, that's actually my secret. I'm just always
That's
smiling. So people,
good. It's basically like you're exuding that personality of being approachable, by
yes,
smiling. Like, and when you're approachable, people are gravitated towards you, right? They can talk to you and they can meet you. And I think that's one of the things that we should impart to our younger generation now, right? Well, I feel like our younger generation, there's a lot of focus on being on gadgets or interacting using social media and messenger. So then when they're in real life in social situations, they're actually very shy. They become very shy in a way, like they're very comfortable online, but then very shy in person. At the Princess, do you see this in your generation?
Maybe in the younger generation,
Oh,
but
come
maybe
on, you're young. You're there.
I'm at that age now where I'm like,
About our
oh,
generation. You meant our generation, Ate Macy?
Right? I know, my generation. We're the Gen Zs.
so I think like with when it comes to like social interaction, it is intimidating for a lot of people. We were actually having a discussion about this earlier with some of the DCAT officers about how we want to be friendly, but I think it's intimidating to kind of approach strangers because you don't want rejection, or you're kind of fearing a reaction or interaction that might not be your expectation, right? And so I think that's what
Mm,
makes it intimidating. That's why it's easier to greet online, to throw our smileys and emojis, to say hello, because you don't have to face that
yes.
interaction where it might be a negative one that you're anticipating, right? But I think
Mm-hmm.
a way to overcome this is you first, it's really hard to put yourself out there. It's easier said than done. But
Mm-hmm.
personally, for myself in meeting new brethren and meeting new people in general, I think the more practice you get in talking to
Mm-hmm.
people, the less scary and less intimidating it is. And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
everybody is different, and with the social anxiety with even extroverts, I get social anxiety despite having experience talking to so many people because I'm also anticipating a type of reaction. But one way that I like to approach people who are new is I have a goal before talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if there's somebody new who I don't know, I'll have a goal like I want to learn like 3 things about them. And so I'll have a conversation and make sure I learn those 3 things. And then my conversation will surround whatever they're interested in. It's all about also making that connection and making sure like
Mm-hmm.
they feel that you're genuine and want to hear what they have to
You're
say.
really interested in them. You're
Yes,
right, the
it's all about
princess.
making connections.
Yeah, and maybe it's just that one simple step, brethren. Let's just practice. Maybe in front of the mirror, let's practice our smiles. Let's practice being comfortable in like smiling to other people, especially the brothers and sisters that we meet each and every day at church. To just approach them and smile them and just say hi or hello, hello, brother, hello, sister. Even at work, to just do that simple gesture of smiling in the morning, even though you haven't had your morning coffee or tea yet, right? Because it can make somebody else's day or maybe even make a difference. It's a very good skill to have. And for if we have any of our younger generation that might be uncomfortable with that, because they don't they fear that instant feedback, like what Ate Princess mentioned earlier. It all it takes, like what Ate Princess said, is practice. Just practice that. It's always better to smile. They actually say that smiling is good exercise for the face and it's also very good for the heart and it's free. So let's all practice that. Hopefully, brothers and sisters, we'd love to see your wonderful smiles the next time that we see you in your local congregations. Now I want to ask Ate Mylene here, just with the experiences that she has in her life, in the young life that she has right now at the
Thank you.
Mylene, is there a story that you can share with us wherein, you know, that simple gesture of maybe approaching others and, trying to make friends with them made a difference in their lives or in your life?
Yeah, for me, smiling sets the tone at the Macy. It's like a little introduction of what kind of person you are, right? And sometimes there it 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 initiates, uh, a deeper relationship in the future.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't know who you will be meeting, along the way. So I think an example of this are, my my journey now, going back to hitting the books, meeting young professionals, children, I mean not children, students, teachers, professionals, and all that. You see each other in the campus a lot, and you smile and interact. Those short interactions, short banter, sometimes they matter in the future, because that's how I landed in one of my internships. I met professionals during this employers night thing, where it's a mixer, just trying to find out what career that are available for me. So just by smiling, interacting, bantering, and then office visits, before I knew it, I met them as my interviewer, or my those became my senior like mentors, and had remembered me for being having that positive attitude, smiling at everybody,
Mm-hmm.
making authentic connection. Like, I remember meeting you in this employer's night. You were in the office visit. You were always smiling, and you were really into, this sincere connections. And so, I think you will be a great value, or a great asset for the company. And so I landed on an internship in my
Yay!
first semester to being introduced to this major. So it's been very rewarding for me. It's not just in this part of my life, also, our connection to our brethren in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes will be those that really needed a little uplifting, and just with a smile, brightens their day. made them really vent or connect to you in a way that they really needed it. So
Hmm.
yeah, I think
Thank
it's
you, Ate Mylene, for sharing that. That's
Mhm.
actually, I want to point out here that what we're talking about right now, it's also a very important professional skill for when you start your career in this life. It's very important that you exude that positive personality, that people are naturally, gravitating towards you because they know that you will be easy to work with. It's a good thing to present when you are in a job interview, to show them that you have that. Not
Mhm.
necessarily, you don't have to be an extrovert, right? You don't have to be an extrovert or an outgoing person to be able to do this. Again, it's just that simple showing that number one, you're positive, by giving that wonderful smile, that you have that cheerfulness in you, and that you are approachable, that people can easily talk to you. And you know who I'm sure you'll agree with me, but the people that I admire that literally can nail down what we are just talking about right now are the Light of Salvation officers in the church. Do you agree?
Oh,
We see
yes.
that,
Yes.
right? We see them all the time, with our
Mhm.
guests and just welcoming everyone. Everyone that's coming into our doors in the chapel, whether it's in the worship service or evangelical missions, and you just see that in them. Right? So shout out to all of our Light of Salvation officers that are working
Yes.
really hard, to be the face of the Church of Christ when it comes to our hospitality.
Yes.
Do we see them? Do we see them in
I
the
do.
live chat? Go
There
ahead,
are,
Ate
and there's
Mylene. Yes.
actually a lot of comments.
Mhm,
I just want to touch on this when we were talking about our younger generation.
mhm.
First of all, I just want to say, side note, for the ones who are asking about my hair or saying something about my hair, Sister Joy from Blue Diamond, she's really great. I'm just gonna plug her in.
Hi, Sister
Anyway,
Joy.
I know she did really awesome. But anyway, when it comes to socializing, right? Some of our brethren, like Sister Kaylin, said that my friend is so social and loves talking to people, and I'm trying to be like her. Like, it's inspiring to see these people or these brethren of ours who are so what's the word, like, outgoing, because it shows a certain type of kindness that is really appealing, right? And it's enticing, and you want to be that type of member of the church, especially as LOS officers. The one thing that is most commonly said for our church is that our brethren are so welcoming and so inviting. And in order to be welcoming and inviting, you have to be kind, and you have to be smiley, and you have to greet everyone, right? And make these conversations. Some of our younger brethren were commenting about let's see, I have right here. Actually, Ka Anthony Arangay said, as a Gen X here, I can relate. I consider myself an introvert, but people just see something in me, INC godliness, happily perhaps, that they just approach and start conversing with me. And so I think it's just having this what's the word, like this vibe that's approachable, right? You want to make sure your window or your door is open for you to make that conversation. Body language also matters, mind you. You have to have an open body language. You want to be inviting to them, not closed off, not hunched down, right? And making eye contact with people. We also have Brother Rod say that he tries to keep his conversation simple so that it won't be awkward. And Brother Brandon says, whenever I see my friends with people I don't know, I make the effort to greet them and say hi as well. And so with this, and these are our younger generations, right? Just giving their little feedback about what they do to be social. Kafferty, he said he used to be shy, but now he is not so shy anymore, and it comes with practice. But a tip for when you're socializing and when it comes to conversation that I like to always think of is, like, don't ever ask closed-ended questions. You want to ask open-ended
Okay.
questions, because you're inviting more opportunities for conversations and different topics, right? If you're just saying, "Hey, how's the weather? The weather, it's pretty hot today." Like, yeah, it's pretty hot, but add a little bit something else, or, like, you can add, like, I don't know, like, what did you do today? And then you can talk about that in the about the weather. It can lead to something. You don't ever want to really have a short-ended question, so that the conversation doesn't get awkward. And if it ever does, and sometimes it's hard to, like, figure out the best way to close the conversation, just close it off with kindness and with a smile and say, hey, it was really great catching up, or hey, it was really nice talking to you, but I'm going to go head over there. Let me know if you need anything. That way it's not like, okay, goodbye, and then just leaving. You want to just make sure that you also close it with kindness. Just a tip for anybody who might be struggling with conversing. But, as you said out there with LOS officers, I really give them kudos, because it's not easy to talk to so many guests, and see all these unfamiliar faces. You really have to have such a kind heart and that big, bright smile, and, the soft skill to be approachable and to be personable, so that you can just be welcoming and, shine as these Christians who are kind and who are always saying hi. So
I love it. Thank you so much, at the Princess, and thank you also to our team live chat for sharing their thoughts on that topic. I like the asking open-ended questions, because even with our kids, we do that nowadays. I read somewhere that, don't just ask your kid, if did you have a good or bad day at school? You should always ask, what are the best things that happened to school today? Like, who are the friends that you made? The things like that. Something that opens up for a larger and a bigger conversation. So thank you for that, at the Princess. And for those who are maybe not used to really talking, they're not much of a talker. Sometimes all you need to do is make that initial approach, and then you'll never know, the person that you would meet or talk to is the talker, that would do the talking for you, and then you'll be there to listen to them. Those would be very, very important. We will continue with the topic, but first, we are going to play a quick MTS challenge. We played this last week already, and we're just going to play a shorter version of it today, too. So here's an MTS challenge.
MTS Challenge.
All right, brothers and sisters, just like last week, we are doing this Let's Make New Friends challenge. We just want to let you to know you a little bit more in today's topic. Okay, so the Princess just helped me out with reading their answers every once in a while, but basically we are just going to find similarities among people. So we're going to ask we're gonna say two words, and then you just pick one, and then we'll see in the live chat, right, like who has these similar interests, and then maybe you can keep the name of that person and then approach them the next time that we have a district activity and you see them, you're like, oh, I remember you, we share the same food, right, we share the same love for a particular place or whatnot. But again, this is just an opportunity for us to get to know each other. So please prepare your typing fingers, brothers and sisters, and also to our to the crew that's joining me live right now, where I'm going to ask you these questions as well. So let's start with number one. Here's our first question. Would you rather have hot coffee or iced coffee? Let's see the answers. And while we're waiting for Team Live Chat, let's ask Kuya Ron, what would you rather have?
Both.
Do you have the iced coffee and then
You'll chip your tooth. Your teeth.
don't chip your teeth. At the Mylene, what would you rather have?
Very hot coffee all day,
Ooh, extra.
every day.
Extra hot. You're a true blood Filipino then.
Yeah.
It's already like you're sweating, but you want that hot coffee still.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall. Yes.
The Princess, do you see any of our team live chat that have similar interests? So let's find out.
Yeah, so we have at the Vanessa said both. I think it's like dependent on the weather, really.
Okay.
And then Kuya A says hot coffee. We have another one saying iced coffee from Sister Julia. Sister Darlene says iced coffee. At the Janice says both. It depends on the weather, Brother Ethan says. And then hot coffee from Ka Anthony, hot coffee from Sister Remy, iced coffee from Brother Gion, iced coffee from Sister Sam. Brother Johnny says iced coffee. Sister Shaina says ice. Sister Helen says hot. Ka Roy says iced. And then Ka Frodland says hot. Sister Shannon says ice. There's a lot of comments. It's a mixture.
That's
Someone
perfect.
Oh, at the Lisa said I can't drink coffee anymore, but when I did drink it, extra hot too. She
Extra
liked
hot.
it
There
extra
you
hot.
go. So now, hopefully, brothers and sisters, you kept those names, of those brethren that you share the same interest with, and then maybe just for a just because day, right? Invite them over for coffee. You know what? Like Ate Mylene, I like iced coffee, but I can go on a coffee date with you, and then you can order your extra hot, and I'll order my iced coffee, right? So that's the whole point of this
Go.
game. Number two. Number two question, brothers and sisters. Would you rather go on a road trip or go overseas? Right. Let's hear them out. At the princess, I'll ask you first while we're waiting for live chat. Would you rather
I
go on a road trip or
y-
overseas?
I need overseas. I can't
Ah,
sit in a car for too long. I love
oh,
flying.
okay. You
Yeah,
love flying.
overseas.
Okay, there you go. How about Queeron? I'll ask Queeron. I think I know the answer for Queeron. Am I
Um,
correct?
yeah, I think so.
RV.
Road, for me right now, road trip. We're planning to do most of our road trips while I can still drive, but and then later on, when I can't walk anymore, we'll take the flights overseas. So
Here's a quick question, since we're talking about, making friends and approaching people. On your road trips, Queer Ron, would you ever allow a hitchhiker?
no.
Yeah, I was gonna
I mean,
say yes. There is a limit to
unless
being friendly, brethren.
exactly, you just don't know anymore. But yeah, that's pretty scary. I wouldn't unless I know them.
hmm There you go. All right. Let's see. At the princess, do we have any road trippers there? That will join Queer Ron on his next adventure.
Yes,
Let's see.
Ka Remy and Ka Anthony said they would love a road trip. However, Brother Ethan says overseas, unless the road trip has a good scenery. Sister Trish
Okay.
says overseas. Ate Janice says overseas. Who else is overseas? Brother Ace says overseas. We have both. Both trips for Brother Aaron and Sister Myra, and then road trip for I believe it's Lyrna Tess says road trip. And then Brother Johnny Lopez says road trip. Oh, there's more road trips than I expected. Brother Sean said road trip. We have overseas for Cut Daisy. Clear Cromwell says, oh, Kalia, his daughter, says, none for me. I would get headaches. And then Brother Anthony says he loves the silence of driving, but my back can't take it as much as before.
All right. I love it. Well, there you go, Queeron. You'll have a list of maybe some new people and new friends that can go with you on a road trip pretty soon.
Well,
Okay, let's see.
no, that's why I'm here. I'm actually in Phoenix. Took a road trip this morning, and so I came here to say hi and smile and meet new friends. So
I
uh,
love
sh-
it.
shout out shout out to our casting crew for this year's in cinema. We had some filming and some training today, so we're looking forward to this year's new in cinema film. It's going to be produced out here in Arizona.
There you go. So, for those of you who might not know, this year's In Cinema is being produced by the Arizona team. So, we're looking forward to it. And again, another opportunity to smile, say hi, and make friends is when that movie is out. We can all watch it together. Okay, our next question. If it is the last food on earth, would you rather eat rice or pasta? Let's see your answers, brothers and sisters. Are you more of the rice person or are you more Western, like the pasta
That's
eater?
hard because there's so many varieties to pasta, but there's so many ways
No,
to cook rice.
you just pick one. This is like when the situation is like it's the last food out of just one. You can
What kind
only pick
of
one. At the
pasta?
princess, come on.
What kind of pasta are we talking about? Like
No, no
macaroni
kind, just pasta, rice.
pasta, or
Simple.
I'm trying to think, like noodle pasta?
Just rice.
Just
Or
rice.
Just rice. No
Okay, let's
ulam.
see.
No.
Fried rice or whatever pasta you want,
Fried
like
pasta.
carbonara, fettuccine, whatever. Not fried pasta.
I love rice too
Fried
much to give
rice.
it up.
You know what? I'm gonna go with pasta for a change. I've been eating rice all my life, so if it's the last thing, let me go for pasta this time.
If it's the last food, you're gonna go for okay.
I've been eating rice all my life, and I'm gonna die eating rice.
A lot of
That's a good
brethren
one
are
too.
saying rice, rice, rice for Kalisa. Rice is life, says Kajani. Rice, rice, rice. We have some pastas. Ate Janice says
But that's what you
pasta.
don't realize. There's a lot of types of pasta. You can have
That's what
linguine
I'm
today,
saying. What kind of pasta are we
tomorrow,
talking about
right?
here? It
Okay,
matters.
say
Oh my.
with rice, it'll just be rice.
True, very true. And there you go, brothers and sisters. We have proven here that there is something that we do share in common, and that is our love for rice. That is why we love to get together eating food, right? But anyway, thank you for playing this game with us. And I hope that through this game, you have found some new names, maybe on the live chat, that you can approach in the future regarding your different favorites. So we will continue with our discussion. We will go on a quick station break. When we come back, we really would want to hear from you. This quick question: how do you approach the quietest person in the room? Share with us your thoughts when we return here on INC Radio Mountain State. We'll go on a break.
You are listening to Iglesia ni Cristo Radio, the voice of truth.
Are you ready for more of Hong Kong Brethren's talents? Tune in to INC Radio Hong Kong Satellite Studio this Sunday, March 31, as we showcase the artwork of our talented young brethren from the Children's Worship Service. Join us from 11 a.m. to 12 noon, Philippine Standard Time, only at your Sunday lunch date.
Truly, God's blessings are abundant and generous. Join us as we witness one after another inauguration of group worship services in local congregations in various places here in New Zealand. Only here in INC Radio New Zealand Satellite Studio this Sunday, 31st of March 2024, 7 o'clock p.m. New Zealand Daylight Time, 2 o'clock p.m. Philippine Standard Time. Aloha nui! See you then!
Be inspired. Be motivated. Be strengthened in the faith. Be with us this Sunday, March 31, 2024 at 9 p.m. China Standard Time and Philippine Time as INC Radio Macau Satellite Studio features stories of faith, love, and hope. See you there!
Simulan natin ang buwan ng Abril sa isang makabuluhang talakayan. Kaya naman samahan kami sa pagmimisyon on-air and online ngayong April 1, Lunes alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng gabi. Kasama ang 8 distrito eklesyastiko ng Iglesia ni Cristo sa Metro Manila. Abangan sa special edition ng INC Radio Metro Manila Satellite Studio.
And we are back. It is currently 4:40 p.m. Pacific Time and 7:40 a.m. in the Philippines. We want to say hello to everybody who is continuing to tune in here to INC Radio Mountain States. You just saw the promos for our INC Radio satellites abroad. We have INC Radio Hong Kong, New Zealand, Macau, and Metro Manila. So be sure to support all of our INC Radio families all around the world. And we wanted to just give some shout outs to all of our brethren who are currently tuning in. They're still going on the debate between rice and pasta, just an FYI. They have completely disregarded the last question you asked them. So just letting you know, at the Macy, it's still a debate in this chat.
That's good. It means they're making friends, right? If you're arguing and debating, you're making friends.
Yes. So we have brethren just saying rice is rice. We need rice is life. We have some saying that pasta is life. So you know what? more power to you if you want the pasta. I think I'm just gonna stick to my comfort zone, which is rice. I just wanted to say hello to everybody who is still tuned in with us. Brother Anthony, he did actually answer your question. So shout out to Brother Anthony. He said, mind you, the question was, how would you approach the quietest person in the room? If you didn't hear what the Macy said, you were too busy debating over here about pasta and rice in the chat. So how would you approach the quietest person in the room? Brother Anthony says that it's not too hard for me to approach people, even the quietest ones in the room. It's carrying the conversation that's super hard for me. So that's something that we can talk about at the Macy, maybe to give some insight on the best ways to approach somebody who might be a little quiet and you need to really pull the conversation from them. Let's see if somebody else answered. Frolden, sorry, he said that I'll start the conversation asking if he or she prefers rice or pasta. I'm sorry, I didn't finish that sentence reading it, but that's too funny. I really love that. And then let's see if anybody else says hello. Well, a lot of them just they say hello and then they smile to them. So it's pretty much our topic of this. So I'm excited to answer this question and get some insight from you.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Princess, and thank you, Team Live Chat. Don't be grossed out, but when we were kids, we have our aunties who would like mix rice with pasta, and because for some reason, growing up in the Philippines, it's like unless you eat rice, it's not a full meal. So sometimes they would
My son
right?
Charles actually does that still. Like he'll put rice on his spaghetti or
Noodles,
noodles,
right? Yeah.
pancit canton and all that. Yeah.
There you go. Well, I'm glad that I wasn't the only one who experienced that. Well, thank you, brethren.
Well, I thought you
For
are
being
going to share about rice being paired with coffee or powdered milk with
Hey,
sugar
we do that.
or water and
Rice?
We
banana.
do that. Anything. You can add anything to rice. But anyway,
Right,
moving
rice
on.
coffee.
Wow.
Yeah, rice and coffee.
Moving on from the conversation, brothers and sisters, we did ask, how do you approach the quietest person in the room? And one of the reasons we ask this too is that we often experience this when we put together activities for the church and we have our missionary prospects that are coming in and joining the activity, or like new faces from other locals that are just attending our worship service. And naturally, they will be quiet because they don't know anyone. And so we posed the question, how do you approach the quietest person in the room? Ate Mylene, you are a deaconess po, and you see this, how do you deal with that when maybe it's a new phase that came in, very quiet, you don't really know who they are? How do you approach them po?
Yeah, that's a very hard question. My simple answer is start with small talk because sometimes we don't know whether they value their space, right? You don't want to come around chatty and then make them feel awkward or annoyed or something like that. So I would start by complimenting something that I really like about that person. Could be the hair, nails, my my first what do you call that, yeah, my pet peeve, or an outfit, maybe shoes or whatever, or just compliment the weather and then see from there how they responds. Sometimes
Very.
it would spark a chat, sometimes not at all, but that's okay too, so long as you authentically impose that they are welcome, that you have a lot of friendly people here. This is everybody's church, and your presence is appreciated. That's all that matters,
There
right?
you go. Thank you, Ate.
Let alone
And
talking.
you were driving my point really quickly there, especially for us officers in the Church of Christ, and also for all the members, in the Church of Christ. We always want to be welcoming, of other people, especially of our missionary guests that are maybe attending our activity for the very first time and don't know anything about us. It is better to at least approach them even with just a smile or saying hello. Maybe, they don't really want to talk, so you don't have to completely carry out a conversation, but never, please don't ever leave a quiet person in the room unnoticed, especially if it is in our church activities and evangelical missions and various activities where we welcome other people into our spaces. So thank you for that, Ate Mylene. Again, small talk. Let's address um, uh, Brother Anthony's note or question earlier about, I don't have a problem approaching people. Okay, it's carrying out the conversation, right? How do I continue with the conversation? And I think a lot of this is learning how to read the room, how to read the other person, like what Ate Mylene said. Maybe they don't really like to be chatty, so if you find something that you can talk about in common, that'll spark their interest, then great, you can carry out the conversation, continue. But it's also important to know when to stop, when you know that it's becoming uncomfortable, or like it's really not a topic that they would want
Mhm.
to talk about,
Some
right?
of our
Okay,
brethren
go
on the
ahead.
chat said
Mm-hmm.
some things that I think might be useful.
All
Just
right.
to add on to what you're saying, being observant is one of the keys to having that connection with somebody. Like, because you need to read those cues, like you said, and read the room. Sister Lisa said that she would approach the person depending on how they look and the situation. So, one, being observant, right? Because if they're sad, we have to be careful not to cause any more pain. But usually, a smile and saying hello works out for her. We also have Kamelka Newcomb. So she says hi and she smiles to the quietest person in the room. And if you haven't met Kamelka, I mean, she is
I
one of
know.
the most friendly and welcoming sisters ever. So
Hi,
she's really
This
easy to.
topic is
Hello,
actually for
Kamelka.
her,
I
smiling and saying
know.
hi.
Yes.
She's the living example of what we're talking about.
Yes. So even if you are like a quiet person and don't know what to talk about, I promise Malcolm is so easy to talk to that she will have something to talk to you about. I promise.
Yes.
And then
All of
Roy.
our ministers' wives as well. Like,
Yes, a lot of
everybody
them.
go to their table and you will
Welcomed,
well,
right?
That's
welcome.
Yes.
that's part of the welcoming committee right there is our gracious ministers' wives. They're so welcoming. So
Shout
it's
out to
always a
all of
fun
you
time with
po.
them. Yes, yes. And then Carroy from Las Vegas says that he approaches a quiet person with a smile. A smile will help them open up. And then we have Anthony saying again, kudos to the LOS officers everywhere because they make sure that the new faces are comfortable and engaged. And that's not an easy task. And Kalisa said that when it's visitors into to one of our events, she usually starts off by saying, "Hello, I'm Lisa. Thank you for taking the time to join us." Then she'll ask who invited them or how they're feeling, which is a good opener because if it's somebody who invited them and you know that person, then you can say, "Oh, I know this person," and then you can continue like, "How did you meet this person?" Or asking how they're feeling and then their thoughts on whatever activity they've attended. So something like that. And then let's see. That's all that I have that I screenshotted, but maybe we have some live chats that's coming in right now. So we have a lot of brethren saying, Kaliza Dialogo, sorry, from Denver says, she's asking Lisa how we first met. I need to know this conversation. So tell me how you first met. But I want to know because it might help give insight. But Carmel Jones says Sister Macy and Sister Mylene are always smiling. So yes, also friendliest people are at the Macy, not the Mylene. I give credit. Part of my soft skill in being personable comes from them. So
Aw.
they they're really good to really observe. And then just another shout out to Sister Malcolm. So she's so nice to everyone and so supportive from Lisa. And then Brother Rod says that smiling and saying hi can make a difference no matter how small it would be, which I think is true. Approaching a quiet person, maybe all you need to do is smile, right, Ate?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate our Light of Salvation officer. Shout out to you. It seems like they're on the live chat today too, because when you told me that I'll be hosting this topic, they were the first ones that I thought of. Of like smile, say hello, and make friends. That's definitely what our Light of Salvation officers are doing. And technically, brothers and sisters, we are all Light of Salvation officers, right? So hopefully that we can practice these skills more of just being approachable and trying to make friends with people. Another question I posted earlier, that would really close this topic of ours, is how has this made a difference in your life? And it could be vice versa, right? How have approaching someone and making new friends help you in your confidence, or help you in your life, okay? And then on the other side of it, how did do you have that experience where in somebody approached and made friends with you, and then now it has such an impact in your life, right? I'll share this one quick story for when I was in high school. You're in high school. Yeah, we were in this. We went to Manila for a special, like they call them. It's like Battle of the Brains type of thing, like Quiz B, right? And you have like all these students from all over the country, and you're going to be competing. So basically, we're put in this banquet room, and then we're all competitors, but we're asked to like make friends and be there for each other and just like get to know each other. And I did, just as simple as just be I was myself, just trying to say hi, hello to other people. But then I didn't realize that in that particular room, there was one of the kids that we were with that was just observing. He was quiet, but I would approach, I would smile. We both found out that we loved, both of us loved the same anime, right? So we talked about that anime. I said, oh, yeah, this character, I love this character, whatnot, etc. To make a long story short, the event was over. We all went back to our cities. I lost the competition, but I gained really good experience. And then I received this text from this quiet kid, and then he told me that I just want to say thank you. He said for talking to me and being there because nobody was talking to me, and I was really having a rough time in that moment. He said that it was so rough that he was like really falling into depression. Like he has a lot of things going on at school, a lot of things going on at home too, and he didn't know how to literally like get through what we needed to get through on that day, and how to approach another day. And he said that just me approaching him and just like talking whatever, it wasn't even like any important talk. We didn't discuss about any important things in life, but it made a difference in their lives. So that you don't ever know, brothers and sisters, what difference you could make by just simply genuinely being nice to people, or like genuinely just trying to get to know them and be friends with them. Let's find out if we have similar stories of how this gesture of making friends, smiling, and saying hi made a difference in your life. Ate Princess, Ate Mylene, do you have a story?
At your princess, do you have one?
You know, I just, I mean, I wasn't, yeah, go ahead, bro.
I don't have a story, but I'll tell you from my experience on my road trips, and this goes way back, even when we were in Southern California, and I was district president back then, and doing all the traveling. Even like today, just coming here to Phoenix, and not being, you don't feel like a visitor, you because you've met a lot of the brethren, you get to meet more of the brethren, so you're it's very welcoming. You don't feel like you don't feel scared to go wherever. There's so many brethren that we have, so many locales, so many brethren to meet, and those that you haven't seen for so long. So it's always great to be open like that, and to meet brethren, and when you see them again, it's like a reunion. You see them on social media maybe all the time or so on, but when it's in person, it's great. It's genuine. It's that what's the word?
Yeah. Like
No.
don't take that for granted, right? Like
Mhm.
seeing them in person and being able to
Yes.
interact and approach them. I love it.
Yes, I
How
just
about
wanted
from our team
to,
live chat at the
yes,
princess?
exactly. Just I think this is a great comment to close the show. You know, Brother Ace says that every new friend is a new adventure and we can always learn from other people. And that's a
Oh,
really
I
great way
love
to
that.
to sum everything up, really. As humans, we want to make connections, and as humans, we want to find that that community that we feel like we belong in. And so allowing ourselves to be open-minded and open and vulnerable to whether it be old friends, new friends, strangers, visitors, what have you. Like Brother Ace said, it's a new adventure with every single person you meet, and there's always something to learn from another one. So thanks, Great Ace, for that comment.
Absolutely. I love that. That is an awesome closer to conclude this topic for this afternoon. Thank you, Brother Ace, for that. Every new friend is a new adventure. And of course, with our friends, we always want them to share with them the words of our Almighty God, the truth that is written in the Bible through our missionary activities and our evangelical mission. So it is our hope, brethren, that this topic would be helpful for us as we all the more spread the gospel to those who need it, so that we may have more and more souls that can listen to the words of God and benefit from the blessings that we are receiving from our Almighty God. So let's continue to utilize these tools to perform our duties, brothers and sisters. Next week, let's see. Next week we have another show, of course, Saturday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. This month of April, there's just so many things in store for you on INC Radio. We are already brewing the plans for it, especially because we are approaching the anniversary of INC Radio Mountain State. So please join us again next Saturday is it going to be our part 3 finale, right? For the Smile, Say Hi, and Make Friends. We are going to close the circle in this wonderful topic of just being nice and kind to people. So, brothers and sisters, that is literally the time that we have left. It went by so quickly. We want to thank, of course, our dear Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, for this platform that he gave us to connect with all of our brethren from all over the world. Thank you to our CEO and president of SEBSI, Brother Angelo Iranio Manalo. He's also our CFO coordinator. Brother Arnel Solano, our station manager. Thank you to Kuya Manly Andaya, our executive producer. And of course, thank you to our district minister, Brother Lowell Newcomb, and Brother Oliver Canlas, our assistant district minister. Brother Christian Ross, also always supporting us, our CFO overseer, and Brother Justin Ramos, our district multimedia advisor. Thank you to our district multimedia team that have supported this week's broadcast. And of course, many thanks to our avid listeners of INC Radio, the team live chat that's always so engaging with us. We appreciate you all both. Thank you for tuning in and watching INC Radio Mountain States this afternoon. Please continue to tune into INC Radio DZM 954, changing lives through God's words. Up next is INC Radio Canada. Bye, friends.
Bye.
See you again next week.
See you.
Bye, all.
Don't forget to smile.
Keep smiling.
Are you ready for more of Hong Kong Brethren's talents? Tune in to INC Radio Hong Kong Satellite Studio this Sunday, March 31, as we showcase